Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is MFozzii and today we are starting a brand new series on the channel. We are going to be starting a player review series. Now, we're not going to review every single player that comes out, but those that I complete or maybe I purchase of the tradable player, and I think that maybe you guys want a bit of insight into them. We're going to be doing reviews for that. So today, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be looking at one of the latest SBCs that dropped for the Headliners promo, which was Milinkovic-Savic. Now, I'm going to throw some gameplay in the background. As you can see, I've played 16 games with him, 4 goals, 6 assists. He played, in the videos you're going to watch, he played in a 4-2-2 setup as the centre defensive mid that wasn't on stay back. I've also used him in the 4-3-2-1, which is my custom tactics video on Monday. So if you want to see how he'd maybe set up in a system like that, the link is down below for that custom tactics video. But you're going to have 3 recorded games. The first 2 games I had a shadow on him, the last game I had an engine on him. And I'm just going to talk over it about everything there is to discuss about him while you can see the gameplay. So if you enjoyed the video, guys, please do leave a like rating. Just lets me know this is the sort of content you want me to pump out for you guys, and I love making it, so that is a win-win. And if you're new to the channel, please do think about hitting the subscribe button and just join me on this content journey, and we'll see where we go. FIFA 21, I have been loving it whilst doing my final year of uni, and I did my university exam today and jumped straight into record this video. So without any further ado, just jump into the Milinkovic-Savic headliner review. Alright boys, so like I said, I'm just going to talk over here while some gameplay plays. I do have some notes written down just to help me along with it. But first of all, this card came out, and as soon as I seen it, I knew there was going to be mixed reactions about it. It's one of those cards, I mean, like, you look here, okay, he's 6'3", so already height, you're thinking, okay, this game heading is better than it was last year, but he's probably going to be a little bit clunky. He's 4-star, which I think is fantastic for a player that you're realistically going to be using as a box-to-box or defensive minded midfielder. You're not going to be using him in like the attacking third too much. He'll get in there here and there, but nothing too crazy. He has high medium work rates, which I think is absolutely perfect for this sort of player. If you play, I've changed player. If you play 4-2-2, 4-2-3-1, even for any of the variants of 4-4-2, this is like a perfect player for you. I understand maybe you don't want to sink the coins into an untradeable card, but he's perfect for it. I had the same experience when I used Inform Goretzka. So as a PS, you can see, I think for a midfielder, it's actually perfectly fine. Obviously you want to have players close to 99 acceleration and 99 sprint speed, but that's not always going to be the case. He has good sprint speed and decent acceleration. His dribbling is actually fantastic outside of agility and balance. Now, agility and balance is big. Like, if you used a player with 30 agility, 30 balance as opposed to someone with 90, you're going to notice a huge difference on how they feel on the ball. You can't dispute that in the game, but I think if that's your reason not to complete him, you're going to leave yourself very stuck with the same cards over and over again all year. When you consider his physical is unbelievable, his defending for a box-to-box midfielder is fantastic. His dribbling, his reactions, ball control, dribbling and composure, I think is 86 reactions, 91 ball control, 89 dribbling and 87 composure. That is fantastic. His passing is good and the shooting's good. He's got flare trait, power header and outside of the foot shot trait, and he's technical dribbler, which is CPU AI. It doesn't have too much of a difference, but I think there's still a small impact there. So actually, on the face of it, he compares very well to Roadbreaker Pogba, who sells for about 770,000 coins. He is statistically better than Pogba. How he plays in game for you is a different story, because obviously some players have custom body types and stuff like that. So there's a chance Pogba plays a little bit in game, but like his stats across the board are incredibly similar to Pogba, and then better than Pogba in some cases. And people were paying on Xbox over 700,000 coins for Pogba, and Milinkovic-Savic is coming in at like 160,000 coins as an SBC. People think this Pogba is fantastic. People think this Savic is crap, even though Savic has better stats. It is beyond me. I get some people maybe use the link side of things for Pogba for their argument, but it just bewilders me that people think this card isn't good. I mean, yeah, we've touched the negatives first. It's agility and balance. It's just not perfect, but I used him with a shadow, and his agility and balance was fine for a holding midfielder. I used him with an engine, and I preferred it. You can sack off that extra 5 pace. He doesn't need the defensive boost that much in the 4-2-2, because he's playing against, well, he's playing beside Kadira and Gattuso for me, and he will play beside Duncan for me when I get him. So he doesn't need the defensive boost, and having 75 acceleration and 81 sprint speed with an engine boost is perfectly fine. And just getting that 10 balance, that 5 agility, just helps him so much when he does get into the attacking third. You'll see some of the clips. He's not like the smoothest player on the ball, but like I was doing, like, I'm not great at skill moves myself, but I was doing some skill moves, getting into the box and scoring some good goals. So he's definitely a good card. Another plus side for him is he's a live card and he is playing fantastic in real life at the minute. He has 2 informs already. He's playing very well for Lazio. He's proven to be like a clutch player for them, so you can expect him to get at least 1 more informs throughout the year. Lazio will have a very high chance of going on that 4-win streak that gets him that +1 boost. So okay, +1 boost, he goes to an 89. There's also talks that he's going to be included in Winter Refresh, which drops like the 2nd week of February, I think it is, and that's where all the players get evaluated for like upgrades and stuff. So maybe they get a week for a skill move upgrade, or they just get for Ansu Fati and Bamba, for example. They'll go from having low rated cards to like maybe a 3 or 4 rated boost on those cards, and then in turn the informs player of the months and headliner cards all also receive boosts. So Milinkovic-Savic is an 85 base card, has been given 2 informs, and he also has this 88. It's not too common for them to give huge updates, like huge upgrades for players that are already like 85, but his base could easily get given like an 86 or maybe an 87 upgrade based on his performances. Even getting that +1 in the headliner, okay, he goes to an 89 from that winter refresh upgrade. There's also talks that he's getting a 5-star weak foot in the winter refresh upgrade. Savic is basically 4-star, 4-star, going to become 4-star, 5-star, has fantastic traits. You'll see in these clips his positioning is great in my opinion. He has everything that you want in a player, and that's, trying not to be biased, because I'm very favourable to Serie A. He is for if you need a box-to-box player that can defend, I honestly think this card is fantastic for you, and it leads into a topic that I'm probably going to make a full dedicated video on, and it's why I think Serie A is one of, if not the best league to use in FIFA Ultimate Team based on my experience from last year and this year. I'll say it now, I recommend using Serie A teams or at least using Serie A hybrids. The prices for the players and the amount of promo cards they get, or like informs they get, is insane. You can build so many good teams for like a fraction of the price that is probably better than like your Premier League teams, for example. So there's that plus side to him, and he's probably going to get upgrades, and he's a live card, guys. It's just, I think by now this gameplay is probably going to run, so I'm going to switch back over now and do the outro for him. But I think this is a card that you could complete. Alright boys, so hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay clips there. I've tried to get the best off him from 3 games. It's my first time editing like clips like that for a player review, so let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed it, or if there's anything in particular you'd like to see from the players. You can see his boost here with the engine cam style. I love the card. He is, as I said, he's gonna, once that level 15 storyline Duncan's available, I'm gonna be using Savic and Duncan as my like double pivot in the 4-2-2 setup. I think it'll be fantastic, and then they'll also work wonders in the 4-3-2-1, which I like to use to beat the drop back. So the big question is, should you complete this SBC? Obviously if you're a card collector, or you have like a connection to the card because it's like your favorite player, or you're I don't get the nation right, Serbian, right? Yeah, or you're Serbian, or you support Lazio, or you want every Serie A card, then get this card, go ahead. Obviously you're going to do it anyway. If you're thinking, will this guy fit my team? Honestly, I think he can be usable for the next, at least the next 6 to 8 weeks. If he doesn't receive any upgrade, then he might fall off. But 6 to 8 weeks of FIFA is such a long time for players. Like the amount of coins you can replenish over that time, you can invest, you can trade, you can play games, you can get coins back very, very easily. So if it's a card where you're like, oh, he might only be in the team for like those 4 to 6 or 6 to 8 weeks, I still would recommend doing him. For right now in the game, he's been fantastic for me. If he's a sort of card, and I've had the mistake this year of just completing SBCs for the sake of completing them, not using them, if you even have a doubt, if you even think he's going to be that sort of card, then don't touch the SBC. Purely from a saving coins point of view. If you ever want to try him, buy one of his informs. But if you have a Serie A team, complete this guy. He is. There was Flashback Khedira, who was deemed to be like a defensive midfielder who you could use for the rest of the game, and he is. Pairing him beside Khedira, or if you missed out on Khedira, using this guy as a replacement is fantastic. So basically, complete him if you have a Serie A team, if you have sentimental value to him, or if you need like the Serbian, like I don't know, maybe you have Vidic and you want that strong link. Don't complete him if you don't have a Serie A team, or if you know that he's going to be an SBC that just sits in your club and is wasted coins. I love Savic. In game, I think he's fantastic. I think he's a very well priced SBC for the sort of player that he is, and he's better than Pogba, in my opinion. So he is a great card, and it basically comes down to if he's going to fit your team or not. If you are considering changing your leagues, maybe something's a bit stale, and you need like something to base it off, then maybe complete this Savic and do a Serie A team or a Serie A hybrid with something else. That could work very well. But yeah, I would recommend this card if it's going to fit your team. that is as simple as that. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. As I said at the start, if you enjoyed it, please do leave a like rating, and if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. Next video will probably be next Monday with more custom tactics, but I'm figuring out ways with my schedule the next couple of weeks. Got a couple weeks off from uni. I'm going to figure out my schedule for how I can get plan and schedule different content and also get streams up as well. So hopefully you look forward to that, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a good one. Goodbye.